Why do we love the sea? It is because it has some potent power to make us think things we like to think. When it comes to locations you can't get much more awe-inspiring than living in a beautiful spot by the sea. And that's exactly what we're looking at in today's video. So let's take a deep breath of fresh sea air and get ready to jump in with a cool dream of the best 15 reasons to live by the sea. Number 1. Fresh air. Cleanses you. Don't you just love that smell of the sea when you're close to it? Well, it's actually good for you too if we're going to get scientific about it. The air near the coast contains negative ions that help you absorb oxygen faster and balance your serotonin levels. The result in not so scientific terms is less stress and a better mood. Have you ever noticed how you feel energized and alert after a beach day? Well, it's not just because you've been sitting on the sand with your feet up. That ocean air played a role in it. 2 centuries ago, doctors recommended visits to the sea to cure all kinds of diseases. And people still go for fancy spa treatments in places like Bali. But if you live on the sea, you don't even need to go on a holiday for that cleansing sea breeze. You have it all the time. Number 2. Never get bored. You'll never get bored of the view. There's just something about looking out into the sea that's hard to put into words, and if you live within reach of the sea, or better still if you can see it from your window, you've got this amazing right next to you. Some of the world's most iconic views are on the sea, from views of cities like San Francisco, Rio de Janeiro, Sydney or Cape Town, to picturesque towns on the Amalfi coast of Italy or Dubrovnik in Croatia. And it doesn't have to be famous landmarks, tropical or even warm, to fill you with a sense of wonder. You can find it in the wild beauty of the islands of Scotland or the beaches of Iceland or Alaska. Anywhere you can see the sunrise and set over the sea and watch the ripples of light. Travel over the waves now. That is sure to fill you with inspiration. Number 3. The sound. The sound of the sea. Take a few seconds to think and recreate the sound of the sea in your mind. And focus on it until you can actually hear the swish of those waves. Doesn't it just soothe you and fill you with a sense of calm? And there's scientific evidence to back it up. Research shows that listening to the sound of waves alters our brain's patterns and puts us into a state of relaxation that rejuvenates the mind. It's no wonder that mental health professionals use the sound of the sea to treat patients. And of course, the ocean sounds tracks on Spotify and YouTube get lots of hits. But if you live by the sea, you don't need those. You've got it all on your back door, so just turn your devices off and relax. Number 4. Swimming. Swimming in saltwater is good for you too. You may have heard before that swimming is one of the best forms of exercise. As well as a full body workout, it helps your circulation and gives your immune system a boost. Some of us have to settle for swimming in a pool of chlorinated water. But if you live by the sea, you've got a way better spot for your daily swim right next to you. Not just because the sea is more awe-inspiring than a plain old swimming pool. It turns out seawater contains minerals, vitamins and amino acids. And when you swim in them, you activate healing mechanisms for all kinds of illnesses. And it helps you look great because the minerals in seawater are good for your skin. Number 5. Natural environment. It makes you appreciate the natural environment. Then more marine wildlife is amazing. There are geological and biological processes that have all been at work for millions of years, creating the sea environments we enjoy today. That's why we can watch whales off the coast of Alaska, Argentina or New Zealand, or baby turtles hatching on the beaches of Mexico and the Maldives. Of course, not everyone who lives near the sea gets to see whales and turtles. But if you do live near the sea, you can't fail to be impressed with how incredible nature is, maybe through simple pleasures like beachcombing for shells or watching seabirds. And while we're on the subject, there's no way we can skirt around the fact that us humans have been seriously messing things up and destroying marine environments. Number 6. The seafood. Yes, we know you don't have to actually be next to the sea to enjoy seafood. And we also know that eating it on the sea doesn't mean it's going to be any fresher than when you eat it on the island. But if you've eaten fresh seafood next to the environment it came from, you'll know it's a pleasure that's hard to beat, maybe on a beachside terrace, while you're watching fishing boats bring in their catch. Or Fisherman's Wharf in San Francisco. The Greek islands are another amazing seaside spot. And for the vegetarians out there, we don't want you to feel left out. Because there's one type of seafood that's catching on big time as vegetarian-friendly and healthy seaweed. It's long been a staple of Japanese and Chinese cuisine. But it's now going global and is a great source of vitamins, minerals and fiber. Many types of seaweed are classed as superfoods, just another example of the benefits the sea gives us. And if you live by it, you get to enjoy them even more. Number 07. The leisure activities. All the leisure activities. You don't need us to tell you that swimming isn't the only leisure pursuit you can do on the sea. There's surfing, windsurfing, bodyboarding, kite surfing, water skiing, jet skiing, wakeboarding, sailing and yachting, you name it. If you've tried all of those, you could go for some more niche ones like kayak surfing or surf skiing, even horse surfing. Yes, that last one really does mean surfing while you're being pulled by a horse. And no, we promised we didn't make it up. If fishing is your thing, then there's that too, from the beach on a boat. And of course that activity on everyone's bucket list, swimming with dolphins, we know. Number 08. Sleep better. You sleep better. We've already said the sound of the waves has a calming effect. So it should come as no big surprise, it helps you sleep better at night. Even if you're not close enough to the sea to hear the waves. The higher level of oxygen and the cleaner air also helps to put you into a better rest. And it's true that all kinds of exercise improve the quality of sleep. But studies show that exercising in or near the sea gives you an even greater edge than exercising in other places. Number 09. Meditation. It's a great place to meditate. If you're into meditation, the beach is a perfect place for it. And if you live nearby, it's another reason to get into a regular habit of doing it. Everything from the soothing sound of waves to calm your mind, to the simplicity of the sand and the sea, to feeling part of the natural process at work around you. These all help you unwind and get in touch with your inner self. Number 10. Heathy. Statistically, you're likely to be healthier. So far we've given you quite a few of the sea's health benefits, the ones you get from the sound of waves, from the sea air, from seawater and seafood, so you might have figured this one out for yourself. But we'll spell it out for you anyway. There's statistical evidence that if you live by the sea, you're likely to be healthier. This is true for people who live within 5 kilometers of the coastline. Yes, that's what we're talking about. Which proves it doesn't have to be somewhere tropical for the sea to improve your health. Number 11. Better mood. It'll put you in a better mood. Yes, not just healthier but happier too, and with those sea views and the calming sea sounds. Why wouldn't you be? Besides these, it's been shown that living by the sea can cause reductions in heart rate, which is one more factor that can make us less stressed and more content. Number 12. Natural environment. It connects you with nature. We know the sea isn't the only natural environment that does this. But the sea does give you a feeling of connection with nature that's in a league of its own. In a world where we're constantly looking for purpose and sometimes seem to have trouble finding it, being close to water just helps everything make sense without even us having to think about it. Next to the sea, we simply feel connected with all the nature around us. The swell of the sea and the play of light and shadows across the water makes us content. Not through analyzing and overthinking things, but just through being there. Hyundai Lexers. That's it for today. All locations on the sea in this world, which do you think is the most desirable to live near, and why? To let us know in the comments below. Make sure to like and subscribe to our channel, so you never miss another video. We uploading amazing facts, news, business ideas and travel video on a daily basis. Thank you.